video podcast with our global ambassadors at University of Osaka. Today, my name is Ariona and
my name is Cici.
And we have two global ambassadors, students at University of Osaka here. And we would like to talk about their experiences and some advices for any students interested in studying at University of Osaka.
Okay, Madhura, Shubham, very great to have you here. So first, we'd like to start with some introductions. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, like your background, your name, and why did you choose the University of Osaka?
So, hello, it's so great to be here. My name is Madhura, and I'm from Mumbai, India. So before coming to Japan, I was working with the Ministry of Labor, Government of India, and I was helping my boss write a few books on the Indian economy. So while I was researching India's fiscal position, I came across multiple papers that was coming out of Japan, specifically Osaka University. So that's what piqued my interest into, studying in Japan, pursuing my further education. Which is why I chose to come to Japan.
Okay, thank you. How about you, Shubham?
So I completed my undergraduate when I was in second year of my undergrad studies. I came across a particular scholarship program that was being offered in Japan. And luckily I came across my current supervisor's work, who has worked extensively on agriculture and the rural economies. So I had an interest on this side of the economies, especially. So I thought that it's a nice opportunity. So I just applied and luckily I got in. So yeah, here I am.
So both of you came as a MEXT student, MEXT scholarship students. And I know many students are interested in getting this scholarship to study in Japan. And I think some of the students are probably preparing to apply, right? So can you talk about your experiences, or if there is any tip that you would like to share for students who are thinking of applying to this program?
I think this is actually one of the very best national scholarships to apply to when you're considering going abroad for your higher education. So both of us, we came through the embassy track of the MEXT scholarship. Now, there are generally two tracks to come in. One is the university recommended and the other one is the embassy recommended. So we sent all of our documents and our transcripts to the embassy, and then based on everything, they called us for an exam in the capital of the country. And then we passed that. There were a bunch of more rounds of interview and other things involved. And I think after that, we came in touch with our respective supervisors, and that's how we got a letter of acceptance from the universities. So I think the biggest, the best tip that I can give is to have good amount of patience, because it was quite a long process. So yeah.
I mean, it sounds tedious, but if you just stick to the application guidelines, it's like the steps of the process are explained in detail. So it's not like you would like fumble. You're not out of the loop at any point. So you know exactly what to do, and if you do it, I think you're gonna be okay on like your journey to get the scholarship.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. We all know that the second round of screening of MEXT scholarship is to find a university and also a professor.
Mm-hmm.
So choosing the right program and also professor is a very big decision.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any tips from you or any like experiences on it?
I think the best thing you can do is find a professor who shares your research area and interests. So for me, it was always public debt. So I found public debt and banking. So I found a professor who was doing research at the intersection of both these fields. And so once you find the professor who shares your research interests, you can approach them because they'll be the best person to guide you on your research journey as well. So once you do that, so the easiest way to do this is just go to the university's homepage, like website, and you type in the area of research you're interested in, and the names of professors will pop up. And then depending on which university you're applying to, the process may vary, but most likely you'll have to approach the graduate school office. So once you contact them, they'll put you in touch with the professor, and it's up to the professor if they want to take you on into the lab. So it's pretty straightforward. And if it doesn't work out with one professor, you can always apply to another professor who's got the spot for you, or like who's willing to take you in.
I think that during the whole selecting your supervisor process, the websites of the graduate schools are really helpful because I know Osaka University, especially in our economics department, they release a schedule that includes complete information of the amount of vacancies in that each professor has, so that they can shortlist and contact the professor after knowing that there's vacancy in this professor's lab and I can join. So I think checking the websites in integrate detail will help eventually.
Yeah, and in the University of Osaka, we have a database of researchers here. So I think that can be quite helpful. Yeah,
it's really helpful. And plus, the embassy also shares details of like, so once you clear your first screening, the second screening is to approach the professor. So the embassy of Japan and India, they shared a whole database of administrative officers. So you could contact them in any, like if you need any assistance at any point. So that's always going to be available to you if you're going through MEXT.
Thank you. And I think there are lots of resources like Study in Japan websites, universities websites,
blogs online.
Research map as well.
Yeah, there's research map, and if you always need more assistance, there's a huge community of like MEXT scholars online who always like, we met each other even before we came to Osaka University. We met each other online because we were both like, we had cleared the first screening, and we were like, okay, I guess
You are searching for resources online.
yes, and because there's lots of forums that discuss this process. So if you ever need help at any point, just go online. There's going to be more of us.
And I still remember there were so many people on the forums, especially Reddit and other places, because the deadline for each country is different.
Right.
So people who were in some East Asian country, they were constantly posting if the results are out. Like for people in North America, they already knew their results. So there was a whole lot of thing going on. So I guess that's how a lot of people, even we both connected like that before coming to the university.
Great, thank you. Now, when you first came to the campus and started taking your classes and started doing your research, can you share like one thing that surprised you the most? It could be about research or classes or campus life.
I think one big change from my undergrad courses were that here we were asked to do a lot of self-study, and we actually, I think it's a good process to equip yourself with what you actually need to learn. And also the fact that you are given huge amount of freedom when it comes to research. And I personally feel that my supervisor has given me that flexibility after coming here to do whatever kind of research that I'm interested in. And I've received abundance amount of support, I would say.
SP was like the great focus on continued learning. For example, we'll start in like a classroom with a professor, but we'll also have, for example, assignments that are due every week. We'll also have tutors who are going to explain for like our core courses. We'll have TAs holding separate sessions to clear our doubts. Apart from that, the Graduate School of Economics also provides us two tutors, so we can reach out to them whenever we are stuck with anything, be it like related to life in Japan or our coursework. So I think like this constant focus and support group and like that the university establishes is refreshing to say the least. Yeah.
Yeah, I think both of you talk about your like you have a freedom on your research time. I think as graduate student, you also have some spare time, right? Not like besides class and the time you spend in your lab. Do you want to talk about something on how to balance your research time, your classes, and also your like extracurricular activities?
Or work, if you
Yeah, right.
So, so I work part-time in Osaka University itself, and I would say that Japan as a country is very beautiful, and the biggest advantage that you have as an international student is to get to know a lot of offbeat places to travel to. I personally use that as one of the ways to escape from work. So after like generally the semester is quite long. I think it's around 3 or 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah, 4 months of constant study and everything. So in the middle, what we do we have a group of friends and we just go on for a week-long trip or something. And when that is not possible, I think for me, I would say, find new hobbies. I like to cook. So every now and then, whenever I'm finding time, I just start cooking and
Bites is all over.
yeah. So I think, yeah, that is one good way to have some kind of spare time for yourself as well as you get to do your work.
For me, I do the same. So, we have our courses, we have to spend time in our labs, and then both Shubham and I, we work part-time with the university. For example, he's a research assistant and I'm a university tutor. We'll have to dedicate time for that. But the good thing is that your course schedule is entirely up to you. So, for example, I try to put most of my coursework in like 2 or 3 days of the week, and then 1 or 2 days I'll reserve for like working, and then I'll have my weekends free to do the things I want to do. For example, if I need to do something around the house or if I want to go and explore Japan. So you'll always have time for that. You can make time no matter what. And I think even the way the course is structured, it allows you a lot of time to have for yourself. Like there's like for your required courses, you can. I think I'm speaking too much about. If it's not necessary, yeah.
I think the courses are designed in that way that
Yeah.
there's only class once or twice a week.
Yeah, your core courses. So you don't need to spend time on like say going to class. You have plenty of time to study by yourself, and the rest of the time it's up to you. So as Shubham was saying earlier, the university gives you a lot of freedom to do what you want with your time. It could be spent on studying and improving, like wherever you're lacking, but also it gives you enough time to go around the city, to explore things, enjoy your hobbies.
Which of course depends on your program. Like, yeah, if you are like in a science lab, probably you are doing experiments and spending a lot of time in the lab. But if you are doing research on your own time, then you can allocate time.
But even with my friends who are in different labs, I think the university designs its courses in a way that you do get a lot of time. For example, my friends who are in the core sciences, they have to spend like a sizable amount of their time in their labs, but they also they're parts of like different clubs on like campus. They're part of like sports clubs, etc. And they have plenty of time to do all of that and more. Like we all go work out, we all go to the gym, we're all cooking for ourselves, we all like we have our own personal lives as well. And I think you get plenty of time no matter what.
What would your typical day would look like, work day? So can you like start from the morning?
So generally my day starts around 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning, and then that's mainly because I have early morning classes from 9 to 10:30. And after that, a little bit of lunch, and then my work hour starts. Then in the evening, just hang out with my friends a little, and then maybe some days we go out for dinner, or some days when I'm too much energized, I go back and cook dinner for myself. And then then after that, a little bit of social media and stuff, talking with my family, and then it's night. And I guess it's pretty boring day on weekdays. Yeah.
So I lead a similar life. I wake up a bit earlier than Shubham. I'll wake up around 5:36, and I'll usually like make breakfast or just get a start on my day. If I'm gonna have breakfast at home, I'll have that, or I'll head to campus and then have my breakfast there with.
I generally skip that, so
I
get extra.
Yeah, so I tend to like if I'm going to campus, I'll have breakfast with a couple of friends who live close to campus. So after that, we'll go take our classes depending on the schedule for the day. But unfailingly, if I'm on campus, I'm always going to get lunch on campus. I really like our shokudo, and the menu's changing every week, so there's something to look forward to, I guess. And after that, after lunch, generally I don't take many classes after lunch, and it's usually reserved for like research and lab time. And the day, like campus life ends there. After that, we might head out for like food. I'll head back home and prepare food. And that's about it then.
Thank you. That's I think we can imagine a picture of daily life on campus. Is there any like your favorite place spots on campus?
I really like our main library, especially the Toyonaka's library. It has huge windows, so you can, when you're studying, if you're just looking out, you can see the seasons pass. Like when it looks out like cherry blossoms in the spring, and in the fall, the leaves are all like you can see the momiji from the yellow and the red leaves from the windows. So I really like our main library here.
So there's a particular lake in Toyonaka campus, and I really like that spot. And recently, I think from last 2-3 months, I have started doing this. So I get some tea and I go there, and in the around 4-5 ish, just sit there for some time.
You can watch the sunset
Yeah,
there.
it's very
so
nice.
pretty.
Yeah,
And during the Machikaniyama College Festival, you
Mhm.
can also paddle boat in that lake. I did that.
That's a very cool spot in Toyonaka
Yeah.
campus.
And also I saw some students like dancing there
Yeah.
after classes.
So like
Understand.
undergraduate students, they practice there as well. So
Yeah, that's a very nice spot in Toyonaka.
yeah.
Yeah, very good spot. Yeah.
I think our campus is like, because the Graduate School of Economics is based on Toyonaka campus, we see a lot of things because the undergraduate classes also take place. So it's pretty lively. You see lots of like, circles and clubs.
Club activity is a
activities
lot.
on campus. Yeah.
Great. So outside of academics, going to classrooms, when you have free time, like during spring vacation or summer or during vacations, do you have a chance to travel and explore Japan? If yes, what's your favorite place?
So my original plan was to cover all the prefectures in Japan, but I guess it's not going that great. This winter break, I think there was a 10 days holiday break or
Yeah.
something. So I covered all of East Japan from Nagano, Niigata, Ishikawa, Fukui, and everything. And so yeah, I guess it's really fun. I love trains actually. So the whole idea was to cover everything on local or rapid trains. It costs cheaper, and you get to explore every other thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess doing that, and if the break is longer, let's say the spring break or the summer breaks, I just head back home.
I take, if we have a break, I'm always trying to like explore Japan, while because we have the opportunity to do so while living here. So recently I went to Kinosaki, and like I tried to explore like the other side of the coast because we're on this side of the coast. So I really enjoyed Kinosaki, and I think most people sleep on that spot. And I urge you all, if you're visiting, you should visit Kinosaki. It was so much fun. It's called the onsen town, and there's like 7 great onsens, and it just go onsen hopping. And the food is great there. You can go to Tottori nearby. It's in the Kyoto prefecture, so you can like get you get to experience Kyoto as well, which is close by. So I think it's a really great spot to head to with your friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might need to check out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been there before.
Yeah. And I have a question about your academic life a little bit, but especially about research. Like, what kind of research opportunities do you have? And can you talk a little bit about that?
So, I've like, apart from your own independent research, I think being at Osaka University is a great way to work with different professors. So over the summer break last year, I worked with a macroeconomics professor, and it was great exposure because we worked using a programming language I was not very familiar with. So I learned the language while I was working with him. And recently, I approached another professor to work with, and we're going to start working at the start of the semester. So I think it's a great way to also see, like, firsthand what professors and real life researchers undertake, and like how they work, and learn from them and gain great practical experience. So I think that's, you can do that.
So yeah, I started working with 3 professors last year, and just like Madhuradi said, I started working on something that I had no clue comes under the domain of economics. So we started working on philanthropy, which I had no clue. that something like that actually exists in the research world. So yeah, I think that is a very interesting way to learn about new things. And uh, the fact that even though we are not really PhD students at the moment, we were still given the chance to interact and carry out some portion of their research along with them. I think that's a really nice way for you to learn over your years in academia. Builds you up for the next level.
Exactly, because most programs, PhD programs that you might opt for are looking for this. They're looking for research experience, and if you don't have that, so you can't just gain that on your own. No matter how many different things you work on, you need exposure with like professors. So I think because the professors here are so welcoming, and they always want, like they'd love for students to come up to them and say that, hey, I really like the stuff you're doing. Could I join you? So it doesn't matter how long you work with them for.
Because I know, like in universities here in Japan, not only professors, sometimes you can learn a lot from like your other senior sisters. And how do you get along with your classmates or lab mates?
Yeah, my lab mates are really, really supportive. Yeah, senpais, right? So as soon as you arrive as international students in Osaka University, like at the Graduate School of Economics, you're assigned like an international student support tutor. So they basically walk you through life in Japan, all of the bureaucratic stuff that needs to be done. And also they help you learn the language, whatever, like, because at first you're supposed to learn the language for 6 months if you're coming via MEXT. So they'll help you with language studies, they'll help you, build up a foundation in economics. So it's great transition into studying in like at Osaka University and in Japan. So that support system is like made available for all students coming into Osaka University. And also like your senpais are there at your lab. So for example, if I'm ever stuck somewhere while I'm studying in my lab, I can just hop onto like the next cubicle and ask my senpai to explain it to me. And they've all been so supportive and they're so kind. And they never like they're never gonna turn you away from like, they're not gonna be like, oh, I'm so busy, could you come back later? They're gonna stop everything they're doing. And I know that's horrible of me. But if you're really, really stuck, they will help you.
I think even in my lab, people were really helpful because generally in my undergrad course, my mathematics foundation is not that amazing. So I had to take a lot of help during the like when my first semester began to understand some of the mathematical things. And the lab mates actually really helped with that because uh, sometimes you can learn a lot of step-by-step details from students because professors cannot really explain every single bit of detail in a 1.5 hour class. So I think, yeah, in that way, the labs are really helpful.
Plus, we have the tutor system or the TA system. So, for your core courses, which are usually more technical, you have TA sessions weekly. So, whatever the professor is going over in the classroom, the TAs would then go over in detail and like talk wherever help is needed. For example, if a concept is too technical or mathematical, they'll go over the basics with you. And if you're ever stuck with like the problem sets or even the classwork,
you can reach out to
them. Yeah, you can reach out to them via email. You can just they have TAR, so if you can like take an appointment with the TAs. Other than that, you can also just ask your senpais. Yeah,
that's great. Very supportive.
Yeah, very
Thank
supportive.
you. All right, so looking ahead, that you are finishing your first year, you have still 1 year to go, but what is your plan so far? So are you thinking of doing research in the future, or are you thinking of going back or staying in Japan?
So I think we both have lost our opportunity to join the workforce in Japan because generally after I came to Japan, I came to understand that you start applying for jobs a year before you graduate from the university. So yeah, I think both of us right now are looking at a career in higher education, but I am not particularly sure where, but I know that somewhere along the lines of that. So yeah, as of now, that is the
Continue with research, and you should. I hope to find like a job that is at the intersection of research and policy making. So I'd love to use like whatever tools I learn through my master's and hopefully my PhD into like doing something for the world economy, especially like our own economies, like India's economy. So I hope to be able to do that.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think there are many students who are thinking about applying to our university. So any encouragement words for them, or as senpai, some
We have
tips for
senpais
them?
now.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who want to come to Japan are fascinated with some of the cultural side as well. So another major reason for choosing Osaka University for me was because of the food situation over here. I mean,
What situation?
yeah, because Osaka has a lot of different stuff. If you go to I mean, we do live in the northern side of Osaka, but when you go to the main city, it's like a melting pot with whatever kind of food you can find in Japan.
Yeah, Osaka's not the kitchen of Japan.
Yeah, so I think that was one of my major reason to choose, and also like people who are considering Osaka University and who are a bit of a foodie, I think it's a very amazing choice for them.
And plus Osaka's proximity to most like Kyoto, Kobe. You can do day trips from Osaka to most of the popular tourist spots and still be back in time to just go back, sleep in your own bed.
Yeah.
And I feel like people considering Osaka University would never regret it because one, their commitment to like continued learning and like the research facilities here are amazing. They're known for like our medical research or even when I was in India, I had read so many papers coming out of Osaka University, which is what brought me here. So I feel like people will not regret coming and pursuing studies here. There's always something to learn and take away. And if you're coming through MEXT, you don't have anything to worry about. The government will take care of everything. Yeah.
That's great to hear.
Thank you so much. And with this, I think we can finish our video podcast. Thank you so much for your incredible stories and sharing your favorite places and taking us through your, one day. And I hope the students who watched, any prospective students who watched this video found your tips useful. And thank you so much. And we would like to thank our technical staff as well for helping supporting us with this recording. Thank you so much. And thank you. And then good luck to your future journey. Thank you.
Yeah, and we look forward.
We look forward
See you
to the next
later.
step.
To the next steps. Thank you.